Do you like a good scare? Do you have a dark and disturbing imagination? Then you've come to the right place. Time Warp Studios proudly presents The Shiver Show. I am Mary Labrie, and I'm here with co-host Greg Flynn. Greg, we're about to listen to Mars is Heaven. Are you ready?
Mary, over the last couple of years, the Shiver Show's aired a number of plays about Earthlings meeting aliens, and I would say on average, and I'm not quite certain what the word is, but I'd say things were rather messy. So I'm just hoping tonight, Earthlings and aliens, big group hug, no issues.
Me too, let's go.
Dimension X. Adventures in time and space. Transcribed in future tense. Dimension X. On stage tonight, Dimension X. Another in the Wheaties' big parade of exciting half-hour presentations. When the first space rocket lands on Mars, what will we find? Will we be welcomed with open arms, or will the Martians treat us as invaders? Only one thing is certain. Someday a giant metal ship will take off from Earth to travel through the black velocities, the silent gulfs of space, to descend at last into the darkness of the upper Martian atmospheres. And on that day, man will finally know the answers. The day we first land on Mars.
Now hear this. Now hear this. Approaching critical deceleration. Fasten gravity suits. Stand by to land.
Mr. Lustig, what do you make of the terrain?
There seems to be a heavy ground, Miss Captain. We won't be able to use our infrared lights.
And we'll have to come in on radar.
Isn't that a little risky, sir, landing in the dark?
I'd rather run the danger of a blind landing, Lieutenant, than come in without the cover of darkness. Remember, we don't know what kind of reception is waiting for us down there.
Airspeed 500. Altitude now 4,000.
Bridge to engine room. Stand by for deceleration.
Engine room, aye.
Fire forward tubes 1 and 3.
Aye.
Skids down.
Skids, check.
Altitude 500. 4. 350. 3.
Up a point now. All right. Let's set her down. Look out! Cut the power. Masters pipe battle stations.
Aye, sir.
All secured, sir.
Well, we're on Mars. April 20th, 1987. 4:33 Greenwich time. Enter that in the log, Masters.
Aye, sir.
Well, gentlemen, it's less than 2 hours till dawn. As soon as it's light, we'll send out a landing party. Masters, get me an all-over hookup.
All set, Captain.
Now hear this. Now hear this. All right, men. The smoking lamp is lit. We're 17 men on an alien world, and it's up to us whether we ever get home again. Next few hours should tell the story, and I want instant obedience to all commands. I'll court-martial the first man who doesn't jump to when he's ordered. And one other thing. We may be on Mars, but this is still a United States naval vessel. Officers will conduct a personal and weapons inspection in 1 hour. That's all.
Inspection, Captain. Now?
Mr. Lustig, we've got an hour and a half to sweat out before we find out what's outside that airlock. I'd rather have a man worried about his stripes than about what's waiting outside on Mars.
Now hear this. Landing party report to forward airlock. Captain Black, Lieutenant Hingston, Lieutenant Lustig, and Dr. Horst report immediately to forward airlock. It is now landing time -5.
Sounds like they're paging us, Hingston. You ready, Dr. Horst?
Yes, ready as I will ever be.
Oh, come on, let's report to the airlock.
We're on us to go. Where's the captain?
Who knows? What difference does it make?
Just want to get it over with, that's all. Has anybody got a cigarette?
I think you're smoking too much, Lieutenant Lustig. Are you nervous?
Lay off, will you, Horst?
Wondering what's hidden outside underneath that ground mist? Very unusual planet, Mars.
Why?
It has an atmosphere. Wonderful thing, an atmosphere. Well, you find one, you find life.
You mean Martians?
What do you think they'll look like?
Who knows? Intelligent life can take many forms.
You mean they may have green skins and eyes on stalks or something?
The comic book conception is possible. Or they may have developed to a point that is far beyond us. Perhaps they have a science that can produce weapons far more dangerous than our atomic missiles.
You think we may have to fight our way out?
After all, we are invaders.
Now hear this. Landing time -2. Landing
All
time
right,
-2.
we heard this. I know what I'd like to find outside that airlock. Good old Illinois. You ever been there, Lustig?
Only Chicago.
Well, you ought to see my hometown. Green lawns, big white houses.
Sounds like my hometown.
My grandmother used to have one of those iron deers on the lawn. Every Halloween we'd paint another color. One time we painted it black and white like a Holstein cow.
Where does your family live, Horst?
I have no family. When I was a child, they were gassed to death in the Dachau concentration camp.
That's tough.
Oh, it has its advantages. I have no ties on Earth. Nothing to lose now. I imagine I'm the only one on board who is free to enjoy our present peculiar position.
All right, Lustig. You can button it up now.
Aye, sir.
Now, gentlemen, in 1 minute we'll be the first men to set foot on Mars. Quite an honor, eh?
As long as the medals are not awarded posthumously.
Still uneasy, Dr. Horst?
Captain Black, I've been uneasy ever since I can remember. On Earth and on Mars.
Now, 30 seconds. Give me the intercom phone, Lustig. Masters?
Aye, sir.
Battle stations to be manned till we return. If we're not back in 2 hours, I want no rescue party sent out. Blast off and save the ship, you understand?
Aye, sir.
All right, gentlemen. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lustig, open the outer airlock.
Fresh air.
Let's go. Hold it, man. It's too dark to move fast.
Quiet, isn't it? Not even a wind.
You can't see anything through this ground mist.
Quiet.
You don't know what's out here. Come on.
What the? Quiet!
Captain, I could swear that sounded like a rooster.
I don't hear it anymore.
A very unlikely sound. A rooster crowing on Mars?
Kingston.
Aye, sir.
Set that machine gun 25 yards to the flank. We'll stay here till the ground mist lifts.
Aye, sir.
What do you make of the ground, Horst?
Grass. Plain grass. You could see some large foliage there where the mist's thinned down.
What the heck is that? Kingston! Hold your fire, you fool! What? Some kind of wild animal. I hit it. I could see the tracers, but it's still standing.
Come on, Horst. Doctor, where are you?
Up ahead. Admiring the wild animal.
Careful, Horst. Wait for us.
Don't worry, Captain.
Huh. It's an iron deer. A lawn ornament.
That's impossible.
It's hollow. Interesting, isn't it? A whitewashed Victorian iron deer sitting on a lawn in the middle of Mars.
I don't understand.
Look around. The mist's lifting.
Captain, look there. A house, a regular old-fashioned house.
On Mars.
Good Lord. I haven't seen carved scrolls and gingerbread like that in years. Look at that port swing. The geraniums.
There. I told you it was a rooster, Captain.
Give me the glasses, Lustig. I want to take a look through that front window. There's an upright piano. Some sheet music on it. Lustig, it's beautiful Ohio.
Beautiful Ohio? That can't be.
Look here, Horace, do you think that civilizations of two planets could be identical?
I don't know. That specific variety of geraniums is only 50 years old on Earth.
Is it logical they should develop in Mars? How about that port swing, that piano, and beautiful Ohio?
No, it's impossible.
Captain Black, this looks like the town I was born in.
Well, it looks like my hometown, too.
I've thought of something, sir. It's the only solution. Maybe we're not the first ship to reach Mars from Earth. That's the only answer.
That's impossible, Lustig. There's been space travel that couldn't be secret. Do you have any idea what ships cost, what industrial power is needed? There's got to be some logical reason.
Captain, I think perhaps we might find out. The light just went on in that house.
Kingston, cover that door with the machine gun.
Aye, sir.
Come on, Horst. You ring that doorbell. There's got to be a scientific answer to all this.
There's something moving in there.
Stand back, Horst. Give me a clear shot. Maybe a Martian.
Can I help you?
We were looking...
Well, if you're selling anything, it's much too early.
No, wait a minute. What town is it?
What do you mean? Are you census takers?
No, we're strangers here. We want to know how this town got here.
Is this a game?
No, it's not a game. We're from Earth.
From where?
From Earth.
Do you mean out of the ground? Hey, are you sure you're feeling well?
Madam, we came in a flying ship across space. We're from the third planet. This is Mars. Now do you understand? Mars.
You go away now, you hear? I'll call my husband from upstairs and he'll chase you. Now
But
go on.
this is Mars, isn't it?
This is Green Lake, Wisconsin, in the United States of America. Bounded on the east by the Atlantic and on the west by the Pacific. Now, go away. Goodbye.
Of course, do you suppose it's really possible? I've got to find out more about this.
For the last time now, go away.
Pardon me, madam. What year is this?
Year? Well, 1928, of course. Oh, for goodness sake.
You hear that, Horst? And we know it's 1987. And we know it's Mars. Is it possible that we got fouled up, made some tremendous blunder, and circled around and landed back on Earth?
In 1928?
Maybe some switch in time or dimension. Could we have shifted somehow and gone backward in time? Horst, it won't hold water. It's not logical. We've checked every mile. We went past the moon and out into space. We're on Mars.
Find out anything, Captain?
No, we're going back to the ship till I figure out some logical explanation for all this. Lustig, out at point.
Aye, sir.
Hingston in the rear. Keep that gun at half load.
Aye, sir.
Horst, there's got to be some cold, logical solution.
Captain.
What?
That house down the street. The white one with the green shutters.
Lustig, what's the matter?
I never thought. Thank God. Thank God.
Lustig, come back here.
He's running for the house.
That crazy fool, after him quick.
Lustig, stop.
Come down off of that porch.
Grandma! Grandpa!
Lustig, what the devil do you think you're crossing?
Grandma and Grandpa, it is you.
Lustig, what's going on here?
Albert, why, it's been so many years.
How you've grown, boy.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
Lieutenant Lustig.
Oh, Captain. Grandma, I want you to meet my friend. This is Captain Black. Captain, I want you to meet my grandfolks.
Howdy. Any friends of Albert's is friends of ours.
How long you been here, Grandma?
Oh, good many years. Ever since we died.
Ever since you what?
Oh, yes, sir. They've been dead 30 years.
What? You mean to tell me that Mars is heaven?
Oh, nonsense, no. All we know is here we're alive again. And who are we to question God's infinite ways?
Lustig, we're going back to the ship.
But, Captain, I want to talk to my
Lieutenant
grandfolks.
Lustig, I don't like any part of this. You come back with us, I have to club you and carry you.
Yeah, but, sir,
That's
they're
enough.
my...
Heaven only knows what they've run up against back of the ship. Horst, look at that crowd around the ship.
Looks like we're being welcomed with a celebration, Captain.
Celebration, they've abandoned ship. Every port is open, no guards yet. You, master.
Hiya, Captain. Meet my old dad. Dad, that's Captain Black, and he's not a bad guy for an officer.
Of all the... Hingston!
What, sir?
Bring that man back. Use force if you have to.
Excuse me, sir. There's my Uncle George.
Hingston!
I'll be right back, Captain. Uncle George! Uncle George!
What the devil
Don't
is
you
going...
understand, sir? They've all found friends and relatives. They're all here.
He's right, Captain. I've counted. The whole crew's out on the crop.
But I gave orders. Definite orders.
You don't understand, Captain.
I understand mutiny. I don't care how many relatives show up. I'll have discipline on...
Johnny! Johnny, you old son of a gun.
Edward! It's you. It can't be.
Of course it is. Johnny, you old son of a gun.
Edward. Dr. Horst, this is my brother, Edward.
How do you do?
Hello.
It's wonderful to see you, Edward. Look, I've got to get back to my ship.
Hey, I almost forgot. Mom's waiting at home.
Mom?
And Dad, too.
Mom? Dad are alive? Excuse me, Horst. Then you're real, then.
Don't I feel real? How's that, huh?
Ed, we've got lunch for you, Johnny. Mom's making corn fritters.
Corn? Dr. Horst, haven't you found anybody?
No, Captain. I have nobody.
Then you come on home with me, right, Ed?
Sure, you bet.
Horst, you wouldn't believe it, but it's been 35 years since I had Mom's corn fritters. By George. 35 years.
And there's plenty more in the kitchen, so don't hold back, Johnny. You too, Dr. Horst.
Well, Johnny, you're still in the Navy, huh?
That's right, Dad. I'm in command of the ship.
We're an old Navy family, Dr. Horst. All three of our boys in the service.
Ed was the best pilot in the Pacific. What did happen, Ed?
Oh, what's the difference? I'm here now.
Oh, you know, it's almost perfect. All we're missing is your brother Will. Then the whole family could be together.
Well, it won't be long, Mom. Will's in charge of the XR-54. That's the next rocket coming out to Mars.
Well, little Will. When does he leave, Johnny?
Takeoff scheduled for September, but it depends on what we report. There's no question about that now, eh? Christmas together again. That'll be something, huh?
Yes, sirree. Well, this calls for celebration. How about a little of the old dandelion wine, eh, Johnny?
Now, Father, don't you go giving Johnny too much wine.
Oh, he's a big boy now, Mother. Well, sir, isn't everything just fine? Just fine.
The candlelights are gleaming on the banks of the Wabash, far away.
Play another song.
Sure,
Well, Dr. Horst, what do you think of my little family?
Very nice.
You know, I can't understand why you didn't find any folks here, Dr. Horst. It's just a shame. Everybody else is so happy.
I never remembered my family, Mrs. Black. All I know is they were gassed at Dachau during the Second World War. When I was liberated, I was in delirium 3 months. I cannot remember anything before then. The psychiatric phenomenon.
That's terrible. Isn't there anything anybody can do?
I don't want to remember.
Oh.
I haven't had a pleasant life. I prefer to be free of emotional entanglements. They interfere with a scientific approach.
I'm sorry, Dr. Horst.
Oh, I'll get it. Hey, that's our ring, long and three shorts. I remember that.
Well, maybe we'd better call it a night. You must be getting tired, Johnny.
I'd better be going back to the ship.
Oh, nonsense. You stay the night. We insist.
Oh, I just couldn't rest thinking of you all alone on that ship.
Oh, I'll be all right. Well, good night.
Wait a minute, Dr. Horst. That phone message was for you.
Me?
Yeah, that's right. A message from Anna.
Anna? I don't remember any Anna.
She asked if you were better.
Perhaps she's someone you knew at Dachau.
Anna?
She said she's coming over here first thing in the morning. So you'll have to stay over.
Yes,
well,
but...
that settles it then. You stay here, Horst. You can bunk with me in my old room.
Oh, but Johnny, we thought you'd like to be with Edward.
So you could talk the way you used to.
Well, we can't put Dr. Horst in the daybed. I think we better share the room tonight. There'll be plenty of time for talking, Ed.
I guess so.
Well, I suppose I better drop back to the ship. You know, Ed, security check.
Well, why do you have to do that here?
Well, I don't know. There's no good reason, I guess. Well, suppose we skip it tonight.
Oh, sure.
Well, good night, everybody.
Oh, it's good to have you home, Johnny.
It's good to be home, Mom.
Captain Black, are you asleep?
No. I've just been thinking about what we were expecting. Green-skinned Martians with eyes on stalks. All the time there was only Mom and Dad and Edward waiting. It's funny what tricks your imagination can play on you. Yeah, I guess Mars is heaven, Horst.
I've been thinking about Martians, too. Captain, Just suppose there were Martians, and they saw us land. Suppose they thought of us as invaders. What would be the best weapon they could use against our atom bombs?
I don't see what you're getting at.
They would want to disarm us first, to wipe out all suspicion, to make us feel at home. But suppose this house isn't real. Suppose the people are just images, stolen from our own memories by Martians, created for us by telepathy, hypnotism.
That's the craziest theory I ever heard.
Maybe that's why there was no one for me. Because in all my life there is no happy memory, no real loved person.
How about that phone call from Anna?
Yes, Anna. I didn't remember who she was, but I do now. I just remembered. When I was freed from Dachau, sick, delirious, I raved about a wonderful, kind nurse named Anna that took care of me.
There you are. It's logical. She's coming to see you tomorrow.
But there was no Anna. I'd be nursed by a man.
What?
Anna was only a dream. And there's only one way they could have learned about her. By reading my subconscious mind.
But that's impossible, Horace.
Why? The whole crew was thinking of home. Suppose the Martians read our minds.
But there are Martians.
If there are, they have us separated. Each man in a different house. Sleeping. Trusting. No one at the guns.
I left my pistol downstairs. Do you think there's something to this, Horace?
It's a... Who would suspect his own mother? His grandparents? How easy. Just a knife in the heart of each sleeping man.
It's impossible, Horace. We've got to get back to the ship.
Listen. The crickets have stopped. Come on. We don't know when they change back to. Whatever they really are.
Where are you going, John?
Ed, well, we wanted to drink of water. That's all, Ed.
You're not thirsty, John. You don't want to drink. You don't want
Look
to
out!
drink.
His face, it's changing! And his hands, he's a Martian! Run, horse!
You can't
Run!
get away, John. You can't get away.
It's my horse!
Can't get away,
Horse,
John.
where are you?
Hello, can you hear me, Earth? This is Captain John Black, the XR-53, calling from Mars. I've locked myself in the ship, but they've crippled it. I can't take off or fire the guns, and they're coming for me now, the Martians. I'm all alone here. All the rest are dead. Hinkston, Lustig, Dr. Horst. Poor Horst, he didn't even reach the door. Listen, they're trying to break through the hull now. Edward and Mom and Dad and all the folks. But they're changing now. Melting and changing back into... They're Martians. Can you understand me? Martians, not men. They made us think that Mars was heaven and we fell into the trap. Can you hear me, Earth? You've got to stop the next rocket. Tell my brother Will. Tell my brother Will not to come. They'll trap him too. They'll kill them all. Hello! Hello! Can you hear me, Earth? This is John Black on Mars. Hello, Earth. This is John Black on Mars.
Tonight, Dimension X has presented and transcribed the Ray Bradbury story, Mars is Heaven, adapted for radio by Ernest Kinoy. Featured players were Wendell Holmes as Captain Black and Peter Capell as Dr. Horst. Your narrator, Norman Rose. Music by Albert Berman, engineer Bill Chambers. Dimension X is produced by Van Woodward and directed by Edward King.
Greg, we've just listened to Mars is Heaven, the January 1951 broadcast on Dimension X. What did you think?
Mary, first up, I should say, and I'm going to qualify this, I thoroughly enjoyed the play. And I thought most of the acting was very credible, despite the slightly incredible premise. Now we come to that premise. And now correct me if I'm wrong, But it appears that everyone on that Earth spaceship who lands on Mars is taken back, transported to 1920s Wisconsin in the Midwest of the USA, where they all meet their dead relatives. Now, if you and I, just think of it, you and I are on that spaceship, incredible as that might be, right? And we get transported back to Wisconsin in the 20s and we meet our dead relatives. We'd be creeped out. You're born in Canada. I'm born in Australia.
It was an interesting idea that everybody on that ship was from the same regional area of America. But putting that aside, Greg, the idea that it was a fond, comforting memory that people would be, no longer on their guard. I think that was the idea, right? They wouldn't be on their guard. They'd relax. They're with loved ones. They're going to have, some cherished meal that Mom used to always make. I thought that was quite a clever idea.
Absolutely, and I thoroughly agree. That's why I did qualify it by saying I liked it. I liked it. It was a terrific idea. And when it was Captain Black's brother Edward, if I get that right, he changes from being this folksy, charming brother, another corn fritter there, brother, that sort of thing, into this alien. It was like, wow, now that's a twist. That was great.
Yeah. The only other time I can think of that this premise has been used. Did you see the film Contact, which was written by Carl Sagan?
I did.
So you remember she goes on this incredible journey through a wormhole and ends up in some place that looks like a beautiful tropical island on Earth. And her father is there, her dead father, who she loves very, very much, Jodie Foster. She realizes, because she's a scientist and she's a pretty sharp cookie, she realizes this isn't real. But she is speaking to the aliens in some way. And she says, why have you done this? And they said, we thought this would be easier for you. I thought that was very clever.
Except when Jodie Foster's character meets the aliens, the aliens are rather thoughtful.
Yes.
Here they have something else on their mind, on their evil minds. Love the idea. Little dodgy in some of the detail, but skipping that. And also, look, it's all right for you as a North American. You grew up with swings on the porches, no doubt, and flags flying from the flagpoles and things. I grew up in the world's most isolated city, Perth. Right, this is a city that's sunblasted for 11 months of the year. So not a lot of sitting on the porch on that swing. You were trying to get out of the heat.
Even though Canadians have a different experience than Americans and don't tend to put flags up as much, or have porch swings for that matter. I understand the reference. This is a lovely, self-welcoming place. We get that. We understand what it is because we watch enough American TV that we understand what's happening. But this is Ray Bradbury's writing. So he wrote this it was published in 1948, this story. It first went into something called Planet Stories, which was a collection of short stories, and then ended up also in the Martian Chronicles, which were published later in that anthology as well, because he did love writing about Mars and encounters with Martians. Did you read either of those anthologies, Greg?
I did. I read the Martian Chronicles and Fahrenheit 451. That was another knockout of his. But also there was that terrific dark fantasy, Something Wicked This Way Come.
Best title.
Best title. That is a book you just have to take off a library shelf, as I did.
So this story got into the Science Fiction Hall of Fame. There was a block of writing which they looked at from 1929 to 1964. So this story got in there as one of the great science fiction stories of that era, which was a fantastic era for sci-fi writing. And then it was adapted for radio by Ernest Kinoy.
I love that early 50s touch when one of the space crew wants to relax before stepping out on Mars, and he's looking for a cigarette. It's the sort of thing, it just calms you down. And I have to say that I imagine that he's not wearing his space helmet when he lights up.
Of course not.
I don't know. I imagine them all queuing to get off the spaceship. One of these guys has got a Marlboro up between his lips.
They always can breathe on the alien planet, and there's no real gravitational issues either. So they're not like clumping around because it's too strong or bouncing around because it's too light. It's always just in that Goldilocks gravitational field that we all expect when we go to alien planets.
Yeah, just right. Very, very Star Trek. You wouldn't have wanted William Shatner with a space helmet on every episode.
No, you can't. You can't kiss the sexy aliens when you've got one of those on.
Oh yes, I did like those. Those were the scenes I liked when I was a little boy.
Indeed. The thing I also really liked about this from a story perspective is there's one person on the crew that's actually had quite a traumatic childhood. All of his relatives are dead. It was a family that went through the Holocaust. He's the only surviving member of that family unit. And so he doesn't have this warm memory of his childhood. He's probably not. His childhood didn't take place in Wisconsin, where they have port swings. So the aliens are really having trouble getting a fix on him so that they can, distort his perception and take him off for a nice family dinner and then get slaughtered. So I thought that was also a very, very interesting way of having one person who's not having the same experience that warns everybody.
Yes, Dr. Horst, a great character there, played by Peter Capell, if that's how you pronounce his name, who was a German actor. He was in numerous movies and all these TV shows, but the movies, I didn't know any of them. So there was a guy whose entire career was built around movies I never saw.
B movies.
Well, B movies, indeed. But no, he was good. And it was a great premise, that idea that he just didn't have these charming, warm, corn fritter type memories. The aliens, the Martians, kill the space crew except for Captain Black, who rushes to the spacecraft, gets on board. And here's what I want to raise. Now, you're an expert in radio drama, but he is screaming down the communications device to Earth. Yeah, don't come. Talk to me. Why aren't you talking to me? God, for God, say something. I can't hear anything. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Don't. And these poor people back at Cape Canaveral where we're going, we can't get a word in. This captain won't let us talk. He talks non-stop.
Yes. He's forgotten his radio communication protocols. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Come in, Earth. Yes, we can hear you, Mars. That sort of thing. No, none of that.
Well, it was on Escape. It was on Dimension X. As Greg and I know, we had quite a bit of choice in terms of which episode to use for the Shiver Show, and we chose this one. But there are other ones out there. So listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, check out some of the other ones because they're pretty cool too. Greg, what kind of Screamo meter reading were you thinking for this?
Well, I've got 3 categories here. We've got the sound effects and music. Now, if you're just on those sound effects, the only word I could think to describe them was loud. I'm not quite certain if they were great, but they were certainly loud, particularly on that spaceship when it was landing. So I gave it 3 out of 5. The story, loved the story, despite the implausible premise, 4.5 out of 5. And the acting, overall, pretty good. Some of them a little bit dodgy, but mainly great. So that 4 out of 5.
That's going to be like 3.8. Yeah. We don't often agree. I'm usually a little bit laxer on the marking than Greg, but I have to agree. I agree with your rating. Exactly. That's exactly what I came up with also. So Greg, any final thoughts on Mars is Heaven?
Mary, it's highly unlikely, perhaps not improbable, that you and I will be chosen for a space crew to go to Mars, okay? But I'm still wary of landing there and discovering myself in the American Midwest in the 1920s. I mean, first of all, I didn't quite understand. I know I keep mentioning corn fritters. I had to Google, what the heck is a corn fritter? And what about this disgusting sounding dandelion wine? It sounds awful.
Well, corn fritters are pretty tasty, actually. So I just got to say, I'm gonna put my vote behind the corn fritters. My childhood recollections are quite fond, and I enjoyed them very much. We would probably have pancakes, maple syrup for sure.
Sure.
And maybe some axe throwing in the backyard.
Well, I know very little about Native American culture, but I do know tomahawks, and you look like somebody who could hurl a tomahawk.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Good night, Greg.
Good night, Mary.
That's our show for tonight. You can find The Shiver Show and Time Warp Studios on our website, which is timewarpstudios.com.